Now I'm joined with Mingxi Fan of Mediatek, one of our long-standing partners in driving the device ecosystem through by their leadership in the chipsets. So, Mingxi, it's great to have you here with us.
Thank you so much. I'm very glad to be here.
Thank you. The collaboration that we have had across our companies over many years have rendered us into a lot of leading technical milestones. And we have had some recent announcements together. If you would just talk a little bit about that, please.
Sure. We are very thankful for continued collaboration with Ericsson ever since day one of 5G. And the most recently, especially just right now being demonstrated in our booth, is the FR1 plus FR2, basically a 10 gigabit per second connection live over the air that we have worked together with Ericsson and Telstra, which really demonstrates one of the first in the industry. So we really appreciate to continue to drive the envelope and the experience for users in 5G system together as partners.
That's really an impressive speed. And besides being ready like that, with that kind of speeds, another step in the technology evolution that we're driving for the networks is the move to standalone. And to do this again, we need the ecosystem of the devices to be ready. And you are ready, right, on the device, on the chipset side for the device?
Correct, you are right. So basically what we demoed for the downlink and the uplink all together is really can operate basically as standalone capability as well. Yeah. So basically we are fully ready for standalone systems, and basically our chipset can negotiate with network depending on an operator and environment. If the network needs to be standalone, our chipset will correspond with a standalone operation with infra together.
Already built into and being ready. Very good. And we're talking about 10 gigabit per second downlink, and the uplink is impressive as well.
Yeah, so the uplink, basically we get to the gigabit range as well from the perspective. Yeah, and definitely from the connectivity perspective, we feel that really the application in the future in moving forward will definitely have to grow in downlink as well as for uplink, which is even more important in coverage and robustness.
That's true, with a lot of the new use cases evolving. And we also talk a lot in Ericsson about differentiated kind of experiences and how the connectivity and the service needs to adapt and be tailored to that experience. That is another area where we have worked together, also leveraging AI capabilities. If you would exemplify that, please.
Sure, yeah. So from the AI capability, there are a few dimensions to that, right? The first area for AI dimension is how the AI can help the wireless to be more robust. Yeah. So on one hand, on Mediatek chipset devices, of course, in working with infra vendor, with Ericsson, is basically our device by itself can also detect the different radio environment or the user situation. For example, we can detect whether the user is in a subway or in a high-speed train or in a hiking mode, or there's a certain traffic pattern. Then we can adjust the radio conditions and radio handling accordingly to make sure the user link is robust. And also at the same time, the user actually saves battery power. And then to move that forward, which we look forward to work with Ericsson, is also to see how our AI machine learning model really can play an end-to-end role to make sure the end-to-end link with the knowledge from both ends also to be robust. And that's something I think both along the 3GPP in the release 19, release 20 in being standardized and towards 6G, and also something that we can potentially continue to work together.
And continue to evolve as we develop this further together. And here in our stand with Ericsson, we are also showing how your chipset with the Oppo phone is enabling some of these as well with a practical demo.
That's right.
So with that, very happy to have you joining and listening to us as we talk about how we enable the next wave of mobile innovation, being ready side by side with the chipset, the device ecosystem, and the high-performing programmable networks delivered with Ericsson. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.